Jey Uso just lost the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but the real reason he lost it is the one thing that WWE is not telling him. In today's video, I am going to be sharing what Jey Uso needs to know before it is too late. And as a fellow Jey Uso fan, I also think it's very important for Jey Uso fans to hear this message. This is a message in which we knew was coming. We knew it was happening. Monday Night Raw, June 9th, one of the best episodes of Monday Night Raw of this year, and in recent memory, Jey Uso versus Gunther Part 2 headlined the show. It was a really good match, I thought. I thought both guys stepped up their game. I'm sure someone will knock Jey Uso, but still, I thought he did a very good performance. And it was obviously Jey Uso's time to lose the World Heavyweight Championship. He was someone who caught fire with the fan base, and so it pushed him to winning the Royal Rumble, and it pushed him towards going to WrestleMania, challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, and ultimately beating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, Monday Night Raw, we didn't know what was going to happen. Would Seth Rollins cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Jey? Would Goldberg come in there and screw over Gunther to kick off their feud going into Saturday night's main event on July 12th? Or would it be Gunther dethroning Jey, or would Jey retain? Obviously, Jey put over Gunther. He got put to sleep in a sleeper. Now, after the show, Jey Uso addressed the live crowd in Phoenix. It was an emotional moment for him. He brought his young son Jace into the ring and apologized for the loss before showing some immense respect for the new champion. He said, "I fought my butt off. Gunther is that dude, one of the best athletes, one of the best pros I've ever stepped foot in the ring with. At the end of the night, I got hella respect for that man, so give it up to Gunther." Now, despite the loss, Uso was grateful for the crowd's support and promised his journey back to the top was just beginning. And he said, "But I'm going to run it back. I am going to run it back. I'm a very blessed man. I stay humble in front of y'all. I love what I do. I don't take ever this for granted." Now, is that a worthy statement? Is that a appreciative statement? Yes. Here's where he's wrong. Here's what he needs to know. Here's what you need to know. Jey Uso will not be world champion again unless lightning is put into a bottle, unless he catches fire yet again. Him losing the World Heavyweight Championship is not a bad thing. It happens to every champion. Ask Ric Flair, ask John Cena, ask Roman Reigns, ask anyone. They always lose a world title. Now, it's up to that individual performer whether or not they fall off a cliff and go down from a main event status to a mid-card status, or do they stay in the main event hunt? I think Jey Uso will stay in the main event hunt, but I think he reverts back to what he was once before, which is basically a guy, hey, we need a title challenger for this month, or hey, we need someone to beat as the world champion. We'll put Jey Uso in that spot. Here's the reason why I say Jey Uso won't be world champion again, and this is the reason why I thought for the longest time Jey Uso wouldn't be world champion. It's because WWE, they've never seen him as a main event guy. And it was only until the fans pushed for Jey Uso to become world champion. Okay? What do I mean by that? There have been instances in WWE history in which this company is dragging their feet in order to make a decision that the fans have wanted to see. You look at Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, right? They literally called him a B-plus player for literally months before being forced into the WrestleMania picture, something in which he was not originally slated for. Okay, you look at Kofi Mania in 2019, the fans pushed for him after he replaced Mustafa Ali in the Elimination Chamber. This is an example. It is case in point over and over and over again where WWE, they see their guys, they use their guys, they push their guys. And then there will be one special individual who, no matter what the crowd reaction is, WWE will, we'll kick the can down the road, or we might get around to that, or we're not really into that. And the fans overwhelmingly get behind this guy where they become one of the top acts in the company, and WWE's like, well, we need to capitalize on this. I've always felt that Jey Uso was riding lightning, and there is nothing wrong with that. If you have lightning, if you catch fire, you ride it until the wheels fall off. But at the end of the day, I don't think many people saw Jey Uso as a world champion. I didn't see Jey Uso as a world champion. I think most people figured, okay, the fans are behind him. He's gonna, oh, he won Royal Rumble. Oh, okay, I didn't see that one coming. Oh, they're gonna book Jey Uso versus Gunther at WrestleMania, and they're gonna have Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble literally, what, a week, 2 weeks after him losing to Gunther for the world title at Saturday Night's Main Event. And oh, by the way, Jey Uso is gonna go after Gunther again. And oh, Jey Uso beat Gunther from the moment that Jey Uso won the title. That was the peak. That was the peak. He literally peaked at WrestleMania. We knew it going in. We knew that WWE is not going to put all of their forces behind Jey Uso coming out of WrestleMania. Don't get it twisted, y'all. This is not an anti-Jey Uso video. This is not me hating on Jey Uso. This is not me criticizing Jey Uso. You have to have two very important things when it comes to being a pro wrestler. You have to have everything that does make a good pro wrestler. You have to have charisma, you have to have promos, you have to in-ring work, you have to have psychology, you have to have the look, right? But you also have to have the booking. You can hit all of those check marks that which I just listed as a pro wrestler, but if you do not have booking that is behind you, it will not work. You can have all the booking in the world, but if you do not check all those boxes, you are not going to succeed for a long period of time. It is a collaboration, it is a partnership, it is a working relationship. It comes together. They are literally a team to make it work. And Jey Uso cannot push all of this by himself. Just like WWE cannot come up with Jey Uso's shortcomings of promos, where he consistently relies on Yeet. I think that was a glaring example last week. I believe it was on SmackDown where him and Cody are doing the promo leading up to Money in the Bank, Logan Paul, John Cena, right? And Cody did his line. He smashed his promo and they hands it over to Jey. And Jay's like, all I got to say is 4 letters. And then, he spells out yeet. Like, oh, okay, but can you give us something? Paul Heyman used to say that one of the best pieces of advice that he has gotten in his career came from Dusty Rhodes, and it was back in WCW, and he was talking about how for the very first time as a young manager, he was given a main event role. He was given 4 minutes to go out there and co-promo to sell Starrcade, and he did everything in his power to be entertaining. He jumped around, he hollered, he threw, he cussed. He did everything in the book and came back to the curtain, and Dusty Rhodes goes, that was very entertaining. But where is the money? You got to draw me money. You got to sell me on the Starrcade. You got to sell me on your match. And Jey Uso did not sell his matches. And I think that was ultimately his downfall. He didn't sell the fans on the fact that he's a world champion. And that and the addition to WWE's booking of him, which kind of was a lame duck scenario, it didn't help Jey Uso whatsoever.